Hi everyone, I'm back to share another project for Scrap Diva Designs, and today I'm featuring these flower dies that she has. She has this set in her store, and it comes with 5 different sizes, and then it also comes with the leaves. I didn't use the leaves, but I did cut them out, so I'm going to show you that in a minute. So I did take them apart because they were all connected. Initially I didn't, and then I just passed it through. So I got all this in one cut. So that's also an option to do that. I did it in white, and let me show you what I ended up doing, because I kind of wanted to make some lotus flowers. So this is what I created initially, and then I did some colored ones as well. These came out very beautiful, as you can see there. And I did use all the 5 layers. You don't have to use all the 5 layers if you want your flowers, you know, just maybe bigger. So maybe you can use these 2 or these 3, and then use these separately for smaller flowers. You can do that, but I decided to just go ahead and layer all of them. And honestly, I didn't even use a flower tool for making these. I actually just took my bone folder right here, and I basically cupped them just by doing that. So you don't necessarily have to have any special tools to do this, but if you want them to really, you know, look, I don't know, I guess more organic or natural, I don't know, you can use some tools like this, for instance, right here. This is actually for fondant, for making fondant flowers, but you can definitely use this. You can find it at Michael's. I don't know if they have this exact one, but I'm sure you can find something like this. And you can use that also to cup the petals. You would need some kind of a mat, either a nice thick foam if you don't have a flower mat, or in this case, this is just a, what do you call it, a mouse pad that I just flipped over and I cut it. And you could also use that. So if you wanted to also make your petals even more cupped, and you can cup the middle as well, you can just do this, just go around in a circle like this to break the fibers. And then also from outer to in, you would pull this way. And that will cup your flowers. Now the paper that I used is like a shimmery paper, so it's not really, I wouldn't recommend to use it because I think you will wrinkle it. So like I said though, I didn't even really use the tools. So you can, if you keep going, it will cup more. So as you can see, you can cup it that way. But when I made these, I decided not even to do that. I didn't even use this tool. Like I said, I just used this, and I just basically did that to the edges of the petals. So, you know, it's up to you. If you have these tools, you know, you can use it to do that. And then to make a hole in the center, you can use an awl or a whatever pokey tool you have. This is from the Dollar Tree, and there's this smaller one. I usually like to poke using this first, and for bigger holes you can use this one. Actually, initially I think I was using this, and then I switched to this one, and this creates a bigger hole. And the reason I like to put holes in mine is because I'm using stamen for the centers. And so I have these in my stash and I decided to go ahead and use it. I don't remember where I got this, if it was gifted to me, but I want to say I believe they have this at Hobby Lobby online because it's this exact set. So I think that's where this came from. And the stamens, there's 3 different kinds here. As you can see, this one has a pearl end. And it has it on both ends because you're supposed to like fold it like this. And you can do as many as you want. I only did 4, as you can see here. So basically, you know, you're doing this to create your center like that. How many of these you want to put, you can add more to it, but I only did that much. And I did use the pearl, and I also used this glitter one. This one has glitter ends. And then these, I thought these were a little too big because I was using the smaller flowers in the center, but you can definitely use this for bigger flowers. Okay, so let me just show you what I made, and then we can go ahead and put this flower together. I also tried foam because when I was watching Erica's video, she mentioned that someone did a tutorial. I think it was Mommynme. She did a flower tutorial using foam flowers, or foam, sorry, using foam from Hobby Lobby, and I just happen to have it because I have the glitter foam that I purchased earlier this year. And so, and I have a lot of foam in my stash, so I decided, you know what, let me give that a try. I actually preferred the foam over the paper, the shimmer paper that I was using initially. For the white, I actually like it though, for my white lotus flowers. So as you can see, they came out nice. And this is only 5 layers. If you want to make it more full, you could always add another layer on the bottom. As you can see here, that looks a lot fuller if you add it. And you would just offset it as you layer each, you know, layer on top of each other. You just kind of offset it so that the petals will go in between these 2 petals like so, and then you just glue it that way. And I just used art glitter glue. You can use hot glue if you want, but if you're putting centers like mine, you don't want globs of glue in the middle because then, you know, you're poking a hole to put the stamen in. So all right, so anyway, let's go ahead and create this one right here. Oh no, I was going to show you first the flowers that I made. So here's a smaller one. Isn't this pretty? And this one I used foam. So you can see I used 2mm foam on this one. And there's my center. And as you can see, it does emboss the petals, so you have this nice pretty design on it. So for this one, I only used, let's see, I think I just used these 3, which I think I'm mostly going to use small flowers because I don't normally use really big flowers like that. So I made a box here full. So here's the bigger flowers here, as you can see. And this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers on this one. And for this one, I think I only used these 3, the 3 larger ones. So you can do it with, you know, in any combination that you want. And then I did put some hot glue on the back because as you can see my stamen there, the ends of my stamen, I did cut it down and then put some glue there so it would stay. Okay, so there's that. I made, look at these pretty yellow ones. And I left it, I didn't even cut this down yet because I don't know where I'm going to use this yet. So, but isn't this pretty? So again, as you can see, this one has 6 petals, 6 flowers. This one has only 5. So this one is fuller. And then I also did some pink Not pretty. So you don't even have to put glitter on it because it already comes glittered up. And then I had this pretty teal color too that I found in my stash. And for some reason, this one didn't emboss as well. So as you can see, you don't see the design on the smaller flower. I don't know why, but it's still pretty though. But yeah, so these were really fun to make. And let me just show you the foam that I used in case you are interested. They're called Silly Winks sheets, and they're only $1.49 for a 12 by 18 sheet. And as you can see, I have at least 3 of these. I have the pink, the blue, and the yellow. And these are thinner. These are only, I don't know if they're like 1 millimeter, 1 point something maybe millimeter. And then you have this purple one here. These are thicker. These are 2 millimeter ones. Go ahead and put this white one together. I'm going to show you real quick. I already cut all of my pieces, and we're going to do all sizes right here. So you have 5. And like I said, all I did was I just did this. It's just faster for me. And I didn't want them like too cupped anyway, so that's why I just use my bone folder. But like I said, if you have your tools, you can definitely use that. It just depends on the look you're going for. If you want them cupped or not. This one's teeny, teeny, tiny. And so what I did was, I'm going to take the bigger pokey tool here. Just go in the center, right here. And I would just poke that through. Just watch your fingers there that you don't poke yourself. Oop, not quite centered there. It's okay. And then take the next size, poke that through. I could use my mat. Hold on one sec, it fell. Well, this one already has a hole. So I'll go ahead and just put that through. And then I just kind of stagger it, or you offset it like so. Okay, take the next size, poke that through, and the next size, and poke that through. And then you have that, okay? So then you're going to hold that down, and there you have your hole. And for the sake of time, I already cut my stamen, and I did color mine. I wanted it yellow, so I actually used my Copic markers. I used the Napoli yellow, and then this Nile green. I did use that for the leaves. I just wanted to see if I could color it, and I did. So sometimes it's easier to just do all white, and then you can color your petals or your leaves. And it is much easier, especially if you're doing a lot of these. You don't have to keep switching to, you know, different colored paper. So yeah, you can definitely just color them if you want. Okay, so then once I have that, then I'll go ahead and stick my stamen in. Okay, so I usually do 4. And if your hole is too small, I just keep poking it. The same, that same hole, just to make it bigger. And as you can see, it made the hole bigger. I can put another one in. I can put another one. This one's bent, so hold on one sec. But yeah, you would definitely just put all your stamen in there. You can make your hole bigger. There we go. And here's my last stamen. And it just depends on how many you want in there. You just pull them out from the other side, and there you go. And so just arrange your petals the way you want it, and then you can use your glue if you even want to glue it, but yeah, it's up to you. But they do kind of move around a little bit if you don't glue them. And then you can cut this down. Like I said, just dab some hot glue on there. And there you have it. There's your flower. Okay. And if you want to make it fuller, again, add another larger flower on the bottom if you want. Like this one. This one's pretty full. See how I did this one? And you can cup them like that if you want. You can definitely manipulate the petals. So here's another one that I did here. So again, if you want to cup these, you can. Let's see how it'll look if I do it. Since I didn't cup the other ones. You would just take each petal and move inward, like so. See, it's nice and cupped. And you can do that for every petal. You can use the bigger one if you want. These are kind of small, so I'm going to use the smaller. It is a lot of work though when you have to do this for every single flower. So it's up to you if you want to do all this work. They do come out really pretty though, I must say. See, so you can just glue them like that. But in my case, since I'm putting the stamen, I can glue it afterwards. I'm going to use the bigger one for this. Okay, anyway, these are super thin, so, and foam, you guys, is so easy to cut, especially when they're just these thinner ones, the 2mm ones. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and, these are so tiny, so be careful when you're poking the middle of the smaller flowers. You don't want to rip them in the middle. Okay, so there's that. Let's do another one. And again, stagger the petals. Okay, take that out and then just go ahead and stick your stamen in. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger as I stick the stamen. Let me see if I can put 2 at a time. Sometimes you can't, so you might have to do them 1 at a time. Okay, it won't go in, so I'll make the hole bigger again. As long as you're going through that same hole and you're not creating a new hole, you should be okay. Okay, and that's it. I got all of them in there. And there is your nice, beautiful flower. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, go ahead and check Scrap Diva Designs for this really nice flower die set. And you can create these fun foam flowers or these paper flowers. They're really fun to make. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And I hope you guys liked what you saw and you'll give it a try and have fun. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.